Bottom of the hour, get up, wake up call. Here's John Shambi on ESPN Radio.
Little ready, Hicks deals. Swing and a high fly ball, center field. Varsho back, near the wall, at the track, gone! Freddie Freeman! A home run to center field. Freeman walks it off in the 18th. Oh, Freddie delivers.
6 hours and 39 minutes later, Freddie Freeman joins Hall of Famer Goose Goslin as the only two players in World Series history with multiple walk-off hits. Goose did it in 1934 and 35 with 2 singles. Freeman did it with 2 home runs. Here was the manager, Dave Roberts, after the game.
So enjoy the out of it, but we got a game later today, all right? Hey, we got a game later today. Hey, we got a game later today.
Our starting pitcher was on base 9 times.
That's right. Hey, leave it all out there. Be ready to go tomorrow. There's no letter.
So you heard the voice in the background. Shohei Ohtani was on base 9 times. That ties the Major League record for any game, much less a World Series game. He has now reached base safely in 10 consecutive plate appearances, the longest streak in a single World Series in baseball history. And oh yeah, in case you didn't know it, he's the starting pitcher for the Dodgers tonight. So Jessica Mendoza, who again is on the call for us for ESPN Radio, stayed up all night in LA to get up with us this morning, and we're so grateful for it. Jess, I don't know what to say about Shohei Ohtani. I mean, I want to say he's the greatest player, forgetting that I've ever seen, but that ever lived. And he's certainly, no one has ever done what he's doing right now. How do you try to put it into perspective?
Agree. I mean, if we just look at his, first of all, the individual hitter, Shohei Ohtani, and then the individual pitcher, I mean, this is where it gets amazing. I mean, you just talked about his performance in Game 3, reaching base 9 times. But, I mean, there we have seen in one single game, and now he's going to pitch. The way he's going to do it, Greeny, is the fact that, yeah, he might not be throwing 100 miles an hour, but his best pitches, he's got 7, is the curveball, is the slider, is that nasty splitter. And that's what he's going to be throwing against this Blue Jays team.
I mean, it is the greatest individual postseason, certainly, that I've ever seen, and probably that anyone has ever seen. And if he pitches a good game, forgetting a great game, even a good game tonight, then we have to start talking about it as the greatest postseason that has ever happened. In the meantime, the opposite side tonight is Shane Bieber for the Blue Jays as they try to he tries to pitch their way back into this series. What are you expecting in this game 4?
Oh, he's got to throw a lot of strikes. I mean, we know that from Shane Bieber. He's the kind of pitcher that he's going to get some swing and miss, and he attacks the strike zone. They need a pitcher like him right now more than ever because the Dodgers are going to understand they want to get to the bullpen. Both teams, that's going to be the idea because there is no bullpen. Everyone threw in Game 3. So for Shane Bieber, he's going to have to get him blanked. How does he do it? He's going to do much of what he did against the Seattle Mariners, and that's attack the strike zone repeatedly. Yes, get some chase, but no one has really been better when you look within their starting rotation at being able to attack that strike zone consistently to get his pitch count very low so that he can get deep in this game. We're talking 6-7 innings for them to have any chance against this Dodgers team.
Yeah, I can think of 4 pitches you won't have to throw, and that's every single time Ohtani comes up. I don't think I see John Schneider sit there with the 4 fingers up. All right, Jess, you're on the air in 10 hours. Get some sleep. Thank you very, very much for staying up for us all night long, and we will see you or hear you on ESPN Radio tonight. Meanwhile, back to the NFL. Let's do Overreaction Tuesday with our man Graziano. Here we go. Dan, if I were to say the Green Bay Packers are the best team in the NFC, is that an overreaction?
It's not. I thought they were going into the season. I think when we've seen them at their best, which is, I would say, in 3 of their games so far this year, they've looked dominant. They look like the kind of team that can get to the Super Bowl. Superstars on defense, obviously Micah Parsons, Jordan Love playing at a high level, 20 different guys he can throw to on any play. I think when the Packers are humming like they were Sunday night, they are the best team in the NFC.
Cindy, put all the picks up. I think this was actually interesting. I asked the question in the meeting this morning, like, who does everyone think is the best team in the NFC? And we got 4 different answers. So I think it's worth seeing what everybody said. They're coming here in just a moment. But Nick, who was your answer?
I like the Rams. I think we marvel over how impressive their offense is, especially when Puka Nacua is healthy and Matthew Stafford is on his game. But I think we underappreciate how effective their defense is also. I think they have a pretty complete team. There's some injuries and some weakness and some weak spots in their secondary, but there's no team, demonstrated by our choices, there's no team that's perfect. And you get to the playoffs, you start thinking about the quarterbacks that can take over a game, and we know Matt Stafford's one.
Rams made a deal for a cornerback yesterday too, so getting a little stronger in that.
That's what I meant by, look, when we got 4 different picks, and Jeff, you're riding with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, this team finds ways, right? And they just find ways. And again, they're working through their issues. Everybody has them. They're working through theirs. I trust what they have. I think they'll get it together.
Yeah, I went with the Detroit Lions. The last time we saw them, they were playing with a makeshift secondary. Now they went into the bye week. Terrion Arnold should be back. Malcolm Rodriguez, linebacker, should be back coming out of the bye week. So what Dan Campbell was able to do, losing coordinators, and this team is still at the very top. And I haven't even mentioned Jahmyr Gibbs' name and how electric he's been this season.
All right, so we got 4 different choices on that one. Next one for Graziano. If I were to say the Baltimore Ravens, who have 2 wins, are going to win the AFC North, is that an overreaction?
No. In fact, I would go so far as to say they should win the AFC North. Pittsburgh is coming back to the pack. Baltimore Ravens getting healthier. Lamar Jackson, I believe, will be back for Thursday night's game, which is against Miami, and that's a point to stress. The Baltimore Ravens schedule starts to get a little easier looking. They don't play a team that currently has a winning record until December 7th. And that team is the Steelers, and the way they're going, they might not still have a winning record by December 7th. So Baltimore has an opportunity here, even at 2-5.
And the best news, to your point, is they play the Steelers twice, so they have 2 more chances
they can make up both
to
games.
beat them. Not only does ESPN Bet Sportsbook not think it's an overreaction, they think it's a lock.
Yeah.
They have minus 110. They're an odds-on favorite, Jeffrey. Are you buying it? Ravens going to come all the way back from 1-5 to win the division.
2 weeks ago, I said absolutely not. The way the Steelers have played, the way they played against the Bengals and on Thursday night and played poorly, and then Green Bay took them to task in the second half. What do you bet? You can't bet your house on the Steelers defense right now. Lamar Jackson coming back.
And the Ravens are the team that you could trust of this group, and their defense has played better in back-to-back weeks. That was the big question. They played good against the Bears last week and also against that high-powered Rams offense. They played well there, even though they lost that game. That's the part that's most important to me. I know when Lamar comes back, the offense is going to be good. Can the defense hold strong? And I think they can.
Greeny, you said it Friday. This past weekend for the Ravens, it was either going to be the end or the beginning of something. They won that game with Snoop Huntley, looked a lot better, not only defensively, but offense as well, with Snoop running it, getting Lamar back, going back to the crib to play in the 305. The Ravens are looking pretty daggone good.
One more, Graziano. If I were to say Jonathan Taylor should be the MVP, is that an overreaction?
It's an overreaction because Jonathan Taylor does not play quarterback, and quarterbacks are inherently more valuable in football than any other position. So I've said this before. For a running back to win this award, as Adrian Peterson did once upon a time, he has to do something exceptional, probably record-breaking, and there has to be a substandard field of quarterback candidates. Like no quarterback had a monster year. Saquon Barkley last year, monster year, but so did Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. They're responsible for so many more things than the running back is that you have to lean their way.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think you're right in saying that the quarterback is going to get the leg up, but this is a year where the quarterbacks have come back to the pack a little bit, if it's going to happen.
Get Jeff's
Mahomes
face.
last night?
Jeff is disgusted.
It's so brutal. Yeah. It is so brutal. I mean, Jonathan Taylor clearly should be in the MVP conversation. Saquon Barkley, if he played Week 17, which he did not, I get it, and gets the record that we're talking about that he shouldn't be the MVP, is insane. Their team won the Super Bowl because of Saquon Barkley. That is a totally different team without Saquon Barkley. You say the most valuable player.
Yeah.
The team that won the Super Bowl won it because of what their running back did and all the explosive plays. Jonathan Taylor is doing the exact same thing. If the Colts were to go on a historic run, win 14, 15 games, how are we going to say that a quarterback is, I just don't get it.
Because we watched Patrick Mahomes last night. Like, how can you look at that game and say he's not more valuable to his team
a different award.
than literally any running back in the entire
we should
league?
have,
Jeff wants to give out like the NFL Protagonist Award. Like, who was the season about last year?
Yes.
Last year, the season was kind of about about Saquon Barkley. But if you want to know who's more valuable, it was definitely Josh Allen last year or Lamar Jackson before. Like, who's more? If you take any one of them
you're
off
saying
of
there's 2 or 3 of them, right? There's always 2 or 3 quarterbacks who are all like right there together. Saquon Barkley was in a totally different category last year than anyone else. So you can say, well, Lamar could have been, so could Josh, so could Joe Burrow, so could. If there's 3 or 4 of them, that means there's not one of them. There was one Saquon Barkley last year. There will be one Jonathan Taylor this year. That separates you from everyone else.
It separates you from the rest of the running backs.
Quarterback but
this is an incredible debate tactic where you created some sort of criteria that doesn't actually exist. They aren't competing. He's not competing against other running backs. He's competing against them.
There's too many good quarterbacks to name.
It's like, I get your point. Your point is like, it's really impressive that this big guy ran a 5 flat. Sorry, the race is against everyone. Somebody ran a 4.3. Sorry, good job, big fella.
Y'all buy the hype of the QB. Too much hype on the QB.
I was with you until the last argument.
Too much. Too much. All right, go ahead, Grimes. You get it too.
Quentin Nelson should be MVP.
Oh, 100%.
Don't.
You know, I had Trent Williams a couple years ago. He definitely should have been.
Protector of the year. We got you.
Yeah, we got that. Protector of the year. Man of the year.
Miles Garrett. By your criteria, he's much better than everyone else. Give Miles Garrett the MVP.
Our Saturday SEC on ABC college football tripleheader is a beauty. We got Texas hosting number 9 Vandy noon Eastern. Then we got Georgia and Florida. We cap the day with number 14 Tennessee hosting number 18 Oklahoma. Each game also available on the all-new ESPN app. Coming up, the Eagles' offense suddenly surging. They dominate Sunday without A.J. Brown. Is there any chance they're about to engineer the biggest surprise of the NFL season? We'll answer that question after we see if Graziano can answer this one. I remind you, Dan Graziano covered baseball for years. This is not unfair.
Okay.
Shohei Ohtani reached base 9 times last night. Who reached base the most times in a single baseball postseason?
He knows it.
I don't.
The answer is nay.
I got some good guesses.